It's just fun. Like a month ago, Dan was on one of the Viceroy calls, and I was on my socials haha, on a call. And now I'm fucking here.
I like the way you dropped the F-bomb.
I do curse a lot when I'm nervous. We'll warn that.
This is a great prop. I wish they had it yesterday, but it's a great prop. What is it? Amir soft serve prop, Red's opponent to score while Amir Garrett is pitching his next appearance at the beginning there. It's actually a good prop.
Barstool Pick'em is live week four. We're back in the studio. We have a new addition to the team. Katie is here. She is going to help us with stats. UNC fan. Also was hidden from us for the first 2 weeks for no reason. So, Katie, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate you being here. We probably will have questions throughout. Before we get to Rico being the coldest gambler in the world, Hooters is back for 2020.
What? Colder than Stu?
Yes, Hooters is back for 2020.
I don't take Stu seriously.
All right.
I try to take you seriously. Your picks, like I don't even. Stu says every game somebody's gonna win by 100 and die. So it's like, how can you take that seriously?
Actually, only minus 0.7.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. Okay, so Hooters is back for 2020 as presenting sponsor of the Sportsbook House in Philly, and we couldn't be more excited. They're our only choice for wings and the perfect partner for all the sports this fall. Hooters has a new curbside pickup and delivery option in most locations nationwide. Hooters on the fly. You can order online in the Hooters app. With curbside, you can safely stay in your car, and they'll bring the food out to you. And for anyone not wanting to leave their house, Hooters is now doing free delivery just in time for football season. Just order online or in the Hooters app. Get all your favorite wings and sides without leaving your house. Order online in the Hooters app. Use code STOOL, $10 off any order over $30. We're doing it in the Barstool Sportsbook House. The Barstool Sportsbook House has been a disaster when Rico's been there. On
You've
Saturday,
been hot. You're doing great.
I've been hot, but Saturday I could have been really hot. But Rico showed up and had us betting overs that wouldn't have. If they were still playing the game, it wouldn't be over.
Listen,
that's how bad his overs were.
It's just one of those days where he was impossibly bad. I mean, you were
impossibly bad.
I think you had 3 games combined, lost by 100 points. That's not an exaggeration.
But Dave, hold on. In Rico's defense, Appalachian State and Marshall did score 2 touchdowns very quickly. Rico was saying that all Saturday. He's like, it was 7-7 right out the gate. And it's like, but Rico, it's the fourth quarter and it's 10-7. That doesn't help us.
No, it doesn't.
But you were like,
it didn't.
It's actually worse.
He
it's
was
like
rooting for 10-10 overtime in Oklahoma State, Tulsa.
Saturday was, and I knew this was happening. I'm way down Barstool Sportsbook donation to my friends at Penn. I knew what was going to happen because I've done this long enough. I was so close so many times for huge wins, like that Georgia State game, which was a Louis versus Lafayette. That was a Rico pick. That
your eyeballs are great.
It was so obvious that game was wrong, and if they were still playing, it would still be within 3 points, like coin flip. And then who was the other game? Well, I got stuffed at the one North Texas. Oh, and then Wake Forest. I took them plus 5-10 when they're down 14 to.
Maybe you need to start eyeballing.
And they came back. They took the lead, and they had a big fumble, and they lost at the end. They ran out of time as whoever had the ball last, plus 5-10. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then the Patriots, NFL pro. But 3 games that I had like incredible odds. And they literally are coin flips. It wasn't like, oh, you deserve to lose. They were coin flips, and I went 0-3. And then the Rico behind it wasn't your mojo. I don't know.
You were so bad.
I was bad. But, like, he's criticized. This is like when you get the test back and you see mine and he's making fun of me, but you got a fucking speed limit yourself.
But he was doing eyeball tests. You did research. Dave was just going with his gut, and his gut wasn't.
It's like in school.
The problem is, Dave, maybe you should
start. I go, look how bad your test is.
You get yours.
Speed limit.
I was 3-3 last week. You were 2-6.
I was 9-5.
That, to me, is.
So I'm hot.
What are we on the year?
That is I can go 70, and you are pulled over on the side of the road.
42.
Well, again, you're only as good as your last week right now. And that
also.
It was you didn't just lose. You got to admit,
I lost all of them.
The eyeball test, but you were so wrong. It was impossibly wrong.
Apologies to the people, by the way, who bet our Mortal Lock parlay. Rico's Mortal Lock was terrible. Dave's was bad, not terrible. Mine was the easiest bet in the history of bets.
Troy
was up all game.
Why don't you talk that to us more? Or try to sell that
No
more.
one listens to me. I told you guys I like Troy. I told you I like Texas State. Both those were easy winners. But you guys are, you got your research. Dave's eyeballs were working. I think what you need to start doing is betting spreads with your eyeballs.
Live.
Because you would have covered the live spreads on all of those.
I'm a sucker for that juice. I'm a sucker for that big win. I'm a sucker for that action. I mean, the Georgia State.
All about that action, boss.
That Georgia State coach, 4th and 3 at their 45, 20-point underdogs. You've been moving the ball all day and you punt. What are you doing?
They couldn't stop him.
What are you doing?
Rico, you're on the weirdo couch.
Yeah.
Things got so bad on
What's
Saturday
up with that,
night.
by the way?
Things got so bad on Saturday night, he started blaming the couch. He was like, you
Yeah.
put me on this freaking weirdo couch.
By the way,
it's disgusting.
I don't even know. He's like, the lights are on me. I think the lights are on us. I don't even see lights on you.
I was a little rattled.
So what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to, like, if you're a rider right now? If you're a Rico rider that didn't bet Colin Morikawa to win the PGA Championship, you're down 1 billion units.
That's the only reason, right?
So what do you do? What do we do? Like, give us a pump up. I'm a rider. Give me a pump up time.
Who's David Koresh?
David Koresh is the Waco guy.
That's Rico.
Yes.
Because when I tell you,
he's got crazies.
These riders,
I know.
they're following them into their grave.
They're like, thank
into
you,
a fire.
Rico. May I have another loser?
There's a volcano.
no.
There's a volcano exploding. There's lava, and Rico's like, "Let's just walk into lava." And the ride's like, "Yes, David. Yes.
Put on your shoes, drink this juice,
I mean,
and we're going on the asteroid. We're going to find winners."
I
there.
was stunned to see the support you had on
It's
social
crazy.
media after you are David Koresh.
And I'm the pledge master.
You have brainwashed. You've brainwashed these people.
People last night, I was seeing your tweets. They were like, Rico, really tough night. You lost 13 units last night. Rico, really tough night, but I'm still a rider. What? Why?
Everybody, if you don't,
I am too, I guess. So
I'm a rider, but if you don't question yourself in your allegiances and at least be like, wait a minute, am I doing the right thing here? Then you've been brainwashed by David Koresh.
Right. One rider has to step and be like, wait, is this guy crazy? Pointing at you.
Because you didn't lose.
One guy to turn.
Yeah.
Well, you lost. You have to. If you have a brain and you're in this game, you have to question Rico Bosco. You just have to, because you were so wrong.
Right. No, I'm
like, my games are brutal losses.
Back against the wall.
You were done first quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you were rooting. There was an over that was 66 points, and Rico Bosco was rooting for a 10-10 tie in the fourth quarter so we could get to overtime. 66 points. Overtime he wanted.
A lot of what we're doing with the gambling house, we're watching games with people for the first time. Rico puts points on the board before they're on the board.
You did do that a couple times.
I did.
You can't do that. And we got Nadutudu, not to bring him up, most arrogant gambler ever.
But he got a right to be because he won.
He's winning, but he puts him in the book for a score.
His
Arizona
quote after the Arizona, he took the Arizona Cardinals over 26.5 points. They scored a touchdown in the first 3 minutes, and he goes, "Who does this? Who makes this bet? This is a genius bet."
Like to himself.
It was crazy. All right, so Rico,
well, you give me that.
It's not all negative.
Hey,
let's put some positive out there.
I know you're watching everything we do. I said to his face, I'm a rider.
Listen, Rico's not only watching. He texted Liam. He texted Hank. He's texting Jake Marsh. He's texting Jack McCarthy. Everyone but me and Dave, you're texting in that room being like, watch out. Did you almost text us?
COVID's contagious.
Hank, did you see that clip that he didn't know we were on air? It was before we started the stream. I tweeted yesterday. Spider caught the end of it, where dead serious. This is dead serious. Rico just pipes like, I'm going to say something. No, not going to say it. Like, come on, Rico. I was like, no, I'm not going to say it. Like, Rico, fucking say it. We had no idea what it was. We have the clip. I played. This is what he thought of on the car ride over. He looked at me dead serious, and he said, I think the gambling house and you putting me on the stream is just an elaborate ruse to squeeze me out. He was dead serious.
As we invite him to the gambling house.
Yeah, it's a lonely ride. I fucking am losing.
Literally, he was dead serious.
Was you with Brandon Walker?
No, I was with myself.
By himself.
We did
Monday,
this entire Penn deal. the sports gambling
Everything.
app, Philadelphia, was in my head an elaborate scheme to squeeze Rico out.
Yes.
Somebody had a good quote. I saw it. They go, "Well, you've been getting squeezed out for 2 presidencies. That's you can't get it out of your head."
Yeah, it's true.
But you're
just talking to yourself in the car
is wilder than any JFK conspiracy theory ever. That this entire thing, everybody
you
here,
listen to music when you drive.
we're all here to squeeze you out.
What is that, Michael Douglas? The game, the movie.
Oh yeah,
like they set up the world, like what? Yes. Like this entire existence.
Rico's was a Truman Show.
Yeah. Truman Show.
All to set Rico up to this point, to then squeeze him out. I mean, you are a loony bin.
I can't wait till Ashton Kutcher comes out of the closet in the gambling house. Gotcha.
And
8 years we've been punking you.
You have to understand, it was so natural. He didn't want to say it. He's like, I'm gonna say nope. And we had to like literally beg him to say. He's like, nah, I'll sound crazy. Finally he said it. It's like, yeah, you're fucking crazy.
And you sounded very crazy. You're like, no, I don't want to say it because you guys will think I'm crazy. He's like, dude, we already think you're crazy. Go ahead and say it.
It made me think a whole new level of insanity in that brain of yours. The entire thing, an elaborate ruse to get rid of Rico Bosco.
It's not paranoid if everyone's out to get you, right?
Right.
All right.
Like Dave said, though, if you live every day under pressure, hopefully it fucking turns around.
Yeah.
All right, so let's turn it around now.
How about fucking propane?
Oh yeah.
I did tune in. I
was such
tuning
an
in and out,
all-time.
and I like
that was an
happened to tune
all-time
in
clip
right
too.
at that clip.
Back
Because
up a cent. 15,
I didn't even.
20.
I watched that clip last night,
1
Dave.
cent?
What did it do yesterday? It was up
$1
$1.15. So in 2 days, it's up.
Wait, it's up a penny?
Yeah, that's a streak. It's like Major
Well,
League.
you can't get that.
Yesterday it was up $1.10.
You just got excited for 1 penny.
And you deleted that clip.
What clip?
Yesterday. You tweeted 2 clips.
No, he didn't. What are you talking about?
From the stream. Oh, never mind.
What?
You tweeted one from the gambling house, but then you had on the stream, you were like, yeah, it's up. And then it was gone. I couldn't find it again.
Are you squeezing them out by deleting tweets, Dave?
Again, there's nothing got deleted.
Propane's up, though.
You know why it was up? You know why it rocketed up?
Why?
Because I said it on the stream.
Right, but I gave it to you.
But I can move
assist.
stocks. I didn't buy it. I'd be in jail by the SEC. I can't do that. So first of all, you know how many people buy that stock? I look, the volume, there's 6 people. It's whoever your buddy is, and these other people are saying you stole it from them who are in my mentions. But nobody trades in propane. Nobody. So that's why when I mentioned propane, did you notice it was up like 1%? Next thing, by the time I finished the sentence, it was up 6%. I moved stocks. Do you own it?
No.
Rico.
I gave it to you. No, I don't own it. I own 1 stock. I gave it to you.
All right. Up a penny today, propane.
That clip, though.
You're going to jail if you own it. Manipulating markets.
How is it manipulating markets?
Oh, it sounds like you own it.
Do you own it?
No, I don't own it. I literally thought of it, and I gave it to you.
Does someone you know own it?
Yes.
How close? Related?
No.
Because you knew I would talk about it, which I did, and then I moved the market.
I wanted you to make money. It went up.
I
It makes
can't
sense.
do that. It
Everybody
wouldn't have gone up
needs
like
money.
that if I
What?
didn't.
You made someone else money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't make anything. I don't own it.
All right.
It literally,
help out.
7 people own it, and they're all your relatives. Up 1 cent today.
That's a streak. That's a streak.
And I know you didn't know what it was actually up when you started speaking, and then you got caught in like a bear trap when you bragged about 1 cent.
Well, I just looked. I knew
it
yesterday
was
was
green,
up $1.15.
so you started talking. Well, 1 penny. I mean, that's
Up yesterday. It's a lot.
That clip, though, was just pure gambling house. That there was chaos everywhere. In the back of it, I'm just screaming about pulling the goalie, and you're like, hey, Dave, propane stocks. We got to get in on it. All right, so, Rico, let's get positive. We're going to go through the games. Where are we standing now? We're done. This is an aberration. So we're 2 weeks in, and you stink, but I know that you'll be back, so I'm not going to give up on you yet. I'll give up on you in like a month.
All right. Those are the standings.
How are you ahead of me?
I'm not. What do you mean? Oh, wait.
Oh.
I didn't move them. All right, we didn't move them.
Even when I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt and trying to say
this guy.
stop making mistakes.
We'll update it.
How hard? You got one job. I mean, how hard is it to update the standings?
All right, update it.
Pat Hill's rolling in his grave.
No, he's still alive.
you got one thing. You didn't.
You're going to kill him if you keep defacing his trophy.
No.
There's 3 people. It's your one thing you brought in. You can't have that happen again.
I know.
It's literally your thing. There's 3 of us.
I'm in third.
And everyone knows I'm in first. So you really only is 50-50. I swear to God, Rico's so cold, Dave. I flipped a coin 3 times earlier today, and he got it wrong every time. That's how cold he is.
Do we have our total? Oh, yeah, season total. So I'm 5-6. Big Cat, you're killing it. 17-11. And Rico's 8-11.
I'm having a spectacular football season.
You're very hot.
All right, let's do some games, and then we'll do some cards. Katie, chime in if you have any stats that are relevant off your sheet. Let's start. I want to start with Louisville at Pitt because we saw both these teams play last week. Pitt's -3. What's the over-unders? I didn't write that down. It's the only one I didn't write down for.
It's 55.
55, okay. Any thoughts? Louisville, Pitt.
Are you going to just be the super, like, is that going to be your thing?
The white knight.
Yes,
Yeah,
correct.
he's going to white knight this podcast now. Open doors and
I always do that.
okay.
Silence.
Katie,
You always
Katie,
white
do you
knight.
have a father?
You're the most contentious
do
guy
have a
we
father.
got.
Katie,
Not
Katie,
the
you have a
women.
father?
Yes.
That's
Ask any of
someone's
the girls
daughter
then.
right
Who
there,
am I in?
Rico.
Who do
Be
I-
careful. That's someone's
I don't do
daughter.
anything bad.
Well, you don't interact with any of them. You'll probably, I don't know, fine.
Did you hear that?
What?
She has a father
Yes.
confirmed. That's someone's daughter.
Confirmed. Yes.
That's someone's daughter. So
I'm
you
nice
be
to her.
nice.
Katie, am I mean or nice?
No, he's probably the nicest person here.
That's because he wants your stats. If you didn't have the stats, he wouldn't even care.
I mean, he said thank you when I sent the stats last night.
Katie, after this show, let's talk so we can get you into the squeeze out plan.
Okay, sounds good.
High level ops.
Go in a conference
Squeeze out
room
plan.
4 for your training.
We call it the SO plan. All right, Louisville at Pitt. I love Pitt in this game. I'll start. Pitt -3. I love Pitt. I'm not impressed with Louisville. I actually do think Pitt, their defense can ball. That Syracuse game was weird.
Big Ev on the blame board.
Blame board for Big Ev. That one pass, DeVito coming out, and then the backup throwing that bomb was so fucking weird. But Pitt, like, they were hanging around that number, and they just need one or two plays to break their way. But I like Pitt in this game -3. Rico.
So Narduzzi is 8-15-1 against the spread at Hines as a favorite under Narduzzi. With that said,
So he's just reading, just for those at home, he's just reading directly off.
Katie, good
that-
stat.
see, this is where it's.
But that's not
Good
her.
stat.
That's not her playbook there.
It
Which we
is.
want. That's why she's
It
in here.
is.
But
I
you
came
But
in
to
with-
be a gentleman, you should acknowledge when you're reading her stats, not your own.
You're reading the stat
I've
from
been
someone's
sending
daughter.
you a newsletter for 3 years.
Correct. I don't open it.
Never opened it, right?
Right.
So you say my stats sound a lot like Katie's.
Well, you're
Did you ever-
holding her sheet.
Yeah, I wrote it down. I came in with it. I come in with my stuff all the time.
Katie, did you have that stat or no?
Can you repeat what it was exactly?
They're 8-15-1 against the spread at Hines with Narduzzi. She has something similar. She has 7-15.
Yeah,
Okay.
he
Not
is this
accounting
one.
this year.
That's
What
the
about-
classic? You change one
Well,
thing and then it's
Right.
like yours.
And
not-
you also didn't read the second thing, that Louisville as a away underdog is 3-8 against the spread.
Exactly. So if I was stealing, wouldn't I steal it all?
Right, but why didn't you say? So you say one stat, and you don't say the other, but like both.
because he's
You just picked whichever stat.
This is called leading the witness. Like that's what he's going to do here.
I still like Pitt.
Okay. Well, all that, and you like Pitt?
Yeah, I like
So you
their
gave an
defense.
anti-Pitt stat that you stole from Katie, and then gave us Pitt.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm an eyeball guy, and I did pay attention to the second half very closely in Pitt because Big Ev gave that out and said they were going to kill him in the second half. They did not. It was a pretty much.
Wait. I totally forgot. We have to bring up the Tulane Navy game. I forgot about that one.
Well,
Navy, Tulane was up 24-0, and Rico said Navy is quit. They're going to get
Navy
killed.
stinks, Navy quiz. Tulane.
I watched, and I said to him, Rico, are you saying this because BYU beat them in the second half 2 weeks ago? He said, no. And I said, I think you were taking what happened and thinking it's going to happen again. We all took Tulane second half.
And by the way, I had Navy game, Navy money line because I said the Navy, what did I tell you before, that they don't, they have pride. And what happened to them before they hadn't played, that they would show up. And Rico got in my head, that little bird. I won a lot on that, thank God, because my picks. But that's where I get mad at myself and other people.
Right. Well, Tulane, so if people didn't see, Navy, so Tulane was -3.5 second half.
Yep. They were down 24-0 at half or 27-0.
24.
24-0. Navy scored 27 unanswered points.
So he lost that half a game by 30.5.
30.5.
So on pace, that would have been a 60-point loss if you extrapolated.
Correct. Okay, sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt, but we've had to bring that up. That was a killer.
We watched the first half. I liked what Tulane was doing. I thought that
You liked what BYU did to Navy 2 weeks ago.
you weren't on that side. Or you maybe were on that
Yeah.
side. We watched a lot of Tulane. I liked what they were doing.
Well, remember, actually, if I recall now, you were lecturing me in the first half. I told you Tulane practiced for 2 weeks for Navy. I told you. Well, you didn't listen.
Oh,
to
yeah,
me.
that's right. Willie Fritz didn't care about the first game.
Right, and I'm like, that's not even a pick. But then he claimed it as a pick by being, I told you they practiced for 2. I told you. Remember saying that lecture?
Second half adjustments. I didn't factor in Navy's second half adjustments.
You basically had me in like one of those old wooden school desks, that's uncomfortable, just lecturing me. I told you, and you dropped a 30 burger. They lost by 30 in the second half.
Not good.
All right, Pitt at Louisville. Sorry.
So I watched Pitt. I didn't think they looked good. Pitt, beat Austin Peay. They mercy ruled them. They just beat Syracuse. They stink. Louisville didn't look great, but they played a Miami team that maybe is legit. So I'm going to go with Louisville here. I'm not sold on Pitt at all.
Okay. All right, so.
Don't like that, by the way. A game I won't bet. It's a game I have to pick.
Yep, we have to pick it.
And
All right.
I'll probably bet it because I just talked myself into it.
So we have the SEC schedule here this weekend. Going to be a great Saturday. Florida at Ole Miss. Ole Miss is plus 14.5. Over-under is 57. Florida's got a lot of hype this year. Dave, thoughts?
I'm going to go with Ole Miss. We got, what's his name over there now, right?
Lane Train.
Yeah, Lane Kiffin was on PMT
so Lane
today.
Kiffin, I'm going to take, in that reason alone, I will take the points.
You're going to take 14.5. The Lane Train.
Does he have anybody?
The kid, the Jordan Reese Plumlee, is that his name? Jordan Reese Plumlee. He's the kid who put up like 70 points running against LSU last year. Remember that game that got just weird? Like LSU was LSU beat him by enough.
They couldn't stop him,
but they couldn't stop him.
He's a running back, that kid?
No, he's a quarterback. He's back.
Okay, so
but he can't really throw.
Yeah, he's the only true freshman that ran for 1,000 yards last year.
There we go. So I'm gonna. What is the total?
57.
I'll take
the over.
I'm gonna stick. I'm gonna go Ole Miss. I'm just gonna stick with Ole Miss.
Ole Miss has 25% fans.
I'm gonna stick with Ole Miss.
Okay. Rico.
Florida. It's tough laying these big numbers in the debut games, but Florida's a proven commodity. I like the kid Trask. He got his feet under him last year. Dan Mullen seems to have settled in. Florida's got big expectations. I like Florida here.
Okay. What does that mean, Dan Mullen settled in? Has he been there for like 4 years?
Right.
It's his third year.
Third year, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is a settle-in year?
He's starting to get all of his recruits.
Got it. All right, that's fair. I'll let you.
He doesn't get lost going to the meeting rooms now. You know what I mean? Like, new office. He knows where he's
going
at.
to the meeting rooms.
Yeah.
His wife has kissed everyone on the team at least once.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, I got it.
People buy his bagels in the town, free cup of coffee. He's settled in.
All right, I'm going to take the over, 57.
Kind of like that. I'm just gonna stick with Ole Miss.
All right, next up, Texas Tech. Tech is plus 18.5, over under 70. Who did Tech struggle? They played someone was really bad week one.
Houston Baptist.
Okay, thank you.
Does not matter. If you've been following me on this show at all for how long have we been doing it?
Forever.
I basically will always take the points in Tech at home. I think it's a tough place to play. Lubbock. I don't care if they struggled. To me, that's just they're looking ahead
to
to
Texas.
Texas.
Michael Crabtree in your head forever.
Well, they do play teams tough. Now, I lost one game when a quarterback got hurt, and they didn't have anyone who could come in to
I remember that.
Do it. But Texas Tech can generally score. That place, I think, is a very tough place to play. They literally have nothing except football. Again, you said they just struggle with somebody. To me, that makes sense. It's a look-ahead game. Not sold on Texas at all. I think this game's pretty close.
Tom Herman as a favorite is terrible as well.
So I'm going
to
take Texas
him to get
Tech.
up for those games. Go ahead, Rico.
But he is good as a favorite on the road. Last 86-2 against the spread. It's on my card both ways. I like Texas first half. I like Texas game.
Ooh.
Matt Wells, I've watched a ton of Utah State. They were never really good defensively. Ellinger's really good. I think Texas, again, has the big expectations. They've already played a game. I like that. Texas Tech gave up 1,000,000 yards to Houston Baptist. Too many athletes. I like Texas in this one in a runaway.
Okay. I got a math weekend going, Dave. I'm doing some math, okay? I'm doing some big spreads, some over-unders where it's like, hey, how can you lose both? I like Texas Tech plus 18.5. I like the over 70.
I like
Texas Tech
70
can score
or 76. I have a number I can't.
70.
It's only 70 kind of scares me.
Well, that they're saying Texas Tech's not going to score.
Right. And I think they will. So, because
who's the quarterback at Texas?
Bowman.
Who's the coach at Texas?
What year is he?
Matt Wells.
Matt Wells. You said
I don't know.
Right,
but I feel like Bowman's been there forever. Katie, what year is Bowman? At least a junior.
How many years has Matt Wells been there?
Scott Wells been there his second year.
Second.
Texas Tech had a quarterback last year who was pretty good and then got hurt, and the next guy couldn't do a dick. No, he didn't have dreads. He was a white guy. The dreads guy was the backup. I think the dreads guy was the backup and couldn't throw. He could run.
Got it.
Though also with over-under that since 2017 for Texas for conference games, the over hits 35.7% of the time, and away games 30.8% of the time.
That's what it hits?
Yeah.
So it doesn't hit. Put that in the news.
Texas Tech is like a reputation team.
Totally.
You think they're going to score. They haven't been scoring.
Right. So
what are you going to do? You still going to take the over?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, but they got the quarterback got
That was
hurt
a
last year.
stupid
They
question.
were scoring when the quarterback was
All right.
there.
Fair enough. Also, LSU. What was LSU's closest game last year?
Texas.
What does that have to do with anything?
They're still bringing
Bama?
back a lot of guys. Like
Yeah, but then Texas, that was like their
That
best
was week
game.
2.
They weren't. And by the way, they couldn't stop Dick. And LSU's great, but Texas didn't Texas. I mean, by that logic, Texas was the number 2 team in the country.
You've made that logic before.
No, not.
You tried to have a 4-loss BYU team in the playoff one year.
Yeah, but
who was that, Dan? What did he try to have?
What?
No,
Arkansas.
it was Arkansas with
Arkansas.
Bielema when they lost to Alabama.
They played a bunch of teams. I mean, Texas. But Texas.
I'm not saying they were the second best team.
They played them good early in the season, but they
Right.
didn't play good the rest of the season.
What they finished last year? 9-3.
They
played in
weren't
a
great
big bowl
last year.
They finished last year.
Who?
Texas.
They were in. They lost to.
I'm gonna say 9-3.
They were 8-5 last year.
8-5.
Yeah.
Does that include the bowl loss?
Yeah, total season.
All right.
Also for LSU, the closest was they beat Auburn by 3.
There we go.
Oh, so a little misinformation there.
Wrong again. All right.
It's gonna be tough now that we have someone to fact check you.
Yeah, very tough.
Okay.
Next
you're
game,
laughing.
Mississippi State LSU. LSU's minus 16.
I posed the question and you said LSU. So yeah.
What?
I said
Fine,
what was
you know
their
what?
closest game
I'm gonna
last
change
year?
my pick. I'm not gonna take Tech. I'm just gonna take the over. If we have this many question marks, that's fine.
I like
I'll take
Texas.
the over. That's fine. I have math games coming up. All right. So we have next up Mississippi State LSU. Mississippi State LSU. LSU's minus 16.5. Over under is 56. Everyone keeps talking about how LSU lost a bunch. Of course they did. They won the national title. They still have talent. Like, it's LSU.
Brandon Walker's in my fucking head with this game because he's the one leading the bandwagon of they have nobody, and he's like they shouldn't be ranked.
They have the best cornerback in the league, do they not? Is Stingley still there? I think was Stingley a freshman? He's the best cornerback in college football.
Didn't their best wide receiver opt out?
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Mississippi State. This is a Brandon Walker pick.
What's the quarterback's name? Miles Brennan.
Yeah.
You can win with a guy like that.
I don't doubt it. I'm telling you,
Big arm.
Brandon Walker has
He's
been
the one who's
in
never
my.
been to a movie.
Also, Miles Brennan, this is his first time getting snaps that aren't garbage time.
Yeah,
It's the only time he's played so far.
but
This is,
he's never been to a movie. Isn't that right? He never went to a movie. Anyone?
It's like fucking Gaz never ate a bagel.
No,
But I
he
think
never been to a
has.
movie because he can't sit
He had to
still
have
because he's
eaten
He
got.
said he's never eaten a
movie.
bagel or pretzel. I think
Miles Brennan.
this is the insane asylum we walk around. My number one guy never had a bagel.
Who did I make that up about?
This is Brandon Walker.
Someone who's never seen a movie. Never seen a movie. I don't know which guy I was talking about. All right. What do you got, Dave?
I'm going with Mississippi State and Brandon Walker on the points. I do think this is one of the places we got the little stat here. LSU 25% crowd. They'll still make some, but that what time's that game?
3:30.
CBS game.
Makes a difference.
Big difference. Rico, what do you got?
I'm going to take the over. Like, I hate this, both sides. Too many unprovens. LSU does lose a ton, but you're right. They reload. They lose a defensive end. They bring the next guy up. Fucking somebody named like Vaughn. They'll fucking
Vaughn. That's you. Literally just picked a guy from Ducks. You just picked my defensive lineman, Vaughn.
Thought you'd run with it. Not
No, you
throw me
didn't.
under the bus.
No, you
No,
did not.
I think I think your brain
was
froze.
frozen.
Your brain was
You had
frozen.
nothing.
I see
Dan,
your
how
brain
did you
is
not
frozen.
see that coming?
There's no way.
LSU, you coached with Doug's. You didn't see me trying to throw up the softball?
No chance.
I don't think Vaughn was on LSU.
Rico, I saw
Who were
you
at the end. LSU? I thought he was on LSU.
I
thought you would
saw
see that
you,
coming.
Rico,
Right.
the
I'll take
entire
the over.
time. It's like a cartoon, and it was a hamster on a treadmill. That's what was going on when you were looking for the name.
By the way, I was right. Miles Brennan never been to a movie theater. I knew I had that somewhere.
Whoa, that's different.
Never been to a movie theater.
But he has seen a movie.
I don't know. But he's never been to a movie theater.
What does he do when he turns on the TV and he's scrolling? Just look away?
That's what we just were.
He's never been
That's
to a
what
movie
I'm saying.
theater.
He can't not have seen a movie.
Miles Brennan's never been to a movie theater. I like that. I like that out of a quarterback.
Study film.
Yeah. All right, so what's your pick?
I'll take the over.
All right, I'm going to take LSU minus 16.5. I also like the Bo Pelini as the defensive coordinator now there.
Oh, I didn't know that. I love
think,
that.
yes. I think because remember,
Proven name.
He's a monster.
Baylor got Dave Aranda. Coach O inherited Dave Aranda. Bo Pelini's going to run what Coach O likes.
I love Bo Pelini.
So that's, Coach O and Bo Pelini.
Great combo.
I mean, they're going to fight all the time.
Great combo.
Just screaming at each other.
Totally.
It's going to be incredible. All right, next up, Kentucky at Auburn. Top 25 matchup. Auburn minus 8. Over-unders 49.5. I'll go first. I'm going to take Kentucky plus 8. I hate Bo Nix. I'll never get over losing that game, the first game of the season last year with Oregon against Auburn, because he sucks, but he just pulls rabbits out of his hat. I'm taking Kentucky plus 8. Dave.
Well, you would. I'm a true blue guy. I love
Yeah.
Kentucky. I'm taking Kentucky. I agree. Bo Nix, I think, could be the most overrated
It's
player
his name.
in college football.
His name.
He did that. He came in with the hype. He had that comeback, and they just sucked.
And in the Auburn facility, they framed a picture from that game like that week. Crazy.
Too quick.
Crazy.
Who emailed
I mean,
us?
he did win an Iron Bowl, but it was against the backup in Alabama.
Who emailed us? Was it you? Someone emailed me to lock in Kentucky. Who did that?
Not me.
Not me.
Maybe somebody did that.
I knew you were going to be on them anyway. You've
Well, I
been
take
riding them for
Kentucky
3
every
years.
week. I think they're very good and undervalued. And I got a highlight here from Katie. Kentucky will be playing with huge chip on their shoulder, fear undervalued. So that seems to be public knowledge. I don't know who told me to lock them in, but I would take them anyways. There's nobody who likes Kentucky more than I do. So
Not even John Calipari likes Kentucky more than you.
I would actually say,
Well, he hates Kentucky. He just treats those kids like rented mules.
I met him.
On to his next step.
I met him.
Yeah, and you took a picture.
And
Glad,
he
yeah.
was extremely gracious and friendly, and I have no problem with it.
Of course he did.
And
Well,
if
you're a
Michigan
money
didn't
guy.
play,
He knows you're
in
a money
hindsight,
guy.
this would have been my team.
What do you think he was recruiting Dave as a booster?
If he needs somebody in Brooklyn, he plants his seeds.
Kentucky's I'm a Michigan guy. I said if they didn't play, that actually would have been who I landed on.
I can't believe we
Kentucky.
didn't think about that.
So Kentucky, I'm going to take.
Plus Lorenzen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Yeah.
horses.
Yep. Keeneland.
Yeah.
Horses in Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right, your pick.
I worry too many people are going to be on Kentucky because I'm on them as well.
See, I don't
like-
think so. I think that's a this room
But
situation.
Rico's on Kentucky.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give him a pass. Nobody can be that awful who's been doing it like this, so I think he'll bounce back.
Right. It's impressive how bad you were on Saturday. It's almost you were so bad, it came out the other end, where it's like, wow, how can anyone be this bad? Never seen it.
Right. It's bad. It was bad.
All right, so we're all in Kentucky. All right,
Yeah.
we got one last game. Before we do that, Skybox Sports Network is your source for hardcore sports and betting content. Turn your fan cave into a Las Vegas look and feel with the world's first affordable consumer-based live sports stickers and our new odds and betting boards, all with simple connectivity. Skybox-led sports tickers come with over 400 graphics and include current odds for sides, totals, future schedules, scores, breaking news, and game recaps, all starting for as low as $5.99. That's actually awesome. I'm going to buy you one, Rico.
Yeah.
If you can finish this season in the positive, I will buy you a ticker for your man cave, okay? With a lifespan, and no futures. No bullshit, UAB one.
No, there's not a lot of
whatever.
futures this year
All right.
either. So.
With a lifespan of over a decade, once your sports sticker is on the wall, it's all about the content, and Skybox prides itself in operating its own 365 newsroom with professional journalists bringing you live, relevant, and entertaining content. All Skybox sports stickers. Sports tickers. I'm saying sports stickers. It's sports tickers come with a cool factor of 10 and a money-back guarantee. Check out our new Skybox LCD odds and betting boards. They come in a single, double play, or home run format with pen odds from all major sports. Bring a little Vegas to your sports bar, office, or fan cave with exclusive Skybox game-changing products. Standard sizes are currently in stock, shipping from Las Vegas. Check out our different options and models at skyboxsportsnetwork.com. That includes simple online ordering. Remember to add in the offer code PICK'EM for free delivery to your door and an additional 5% discount. There's simply no products like them. Skyboxsportsnetwork.com. Get your sports ticker today. Rico's getting one if he can finish plus money. Okay. The big game, Saturday night. Gonna feel great. FSU at Miami. Miami's minus 11.5. Over-under is 53.5. Miami has 20% fans. Danny Boy Kane is pumped up. We watched Miami last week.
Real quick,
they
Dan,
looked
this
good.
was supposed to be the Michigan State game.
This was supposed to be the Michigan
Just
State game.
needed to say that.
That's good to
Somebody
know.
told me you
That's
had to
good
say
know.
this.
Yes.
Had to say it on Pick'em.
Yes, that's good to know. They were not going to have fans in the Michigan State game.
Now they have 20%.
As you know, that game, if Miami had won that game, they would have probably gone undefeated. That was the game that Danny Boy Kane had just stuck in his head. Michigan State Week 3. It's all he wanted to talk about. Dave.
I hate Florida State. They stink. Norvell's got COVID. He's coaching from he's somehow coaching via Zoom, which is insane. But I hate them. And I don't mean hate I don't hate the program of Florida State, but they stink. They stunk last year. They kind of stunk the year before. I have no opinion on Norvell, but his guys clearly aren't there yet. Miami blows the doors off this team. Blows the doors. I also like the over 54.
I have a very similar opinion. This is a berry game. Yeah, this is Florida State's been lingering and Miami just puts them in the ground. We saw it too much last week. I didn't believe it's always Miami's back. Too much Miami. They've convinced me. Now they always can make you be like fuck again, and they lose a big one.
And even if they win this, I'm not ready to say Miami's back. I mean, we don't know anything about Louisville, and Florida State stinks.
They're horrible.
So beating Florida State does not mean you're back. Killing Florida State does not mean you're back. You should kill Florida State if you're even halfway decent.
Game day again? It's the second game day that they'll be involved in, right? Because Louisville was there last week.
Game day even traveling?
Yeah, it is.
They are.
It is, right? It's game day. Thought so. So again, another one. Miami. Not much of a letdown again. Game day back to back.
Miami doesn't let down against Florida State ever.
Never. They'll kill them. I like that pick a lot.
I love Florida State.
The reverse. I could see it. I just
love Florida State. I think the whole world is going to say they saw Miami Saturday night. They saw Florida State look like shit against Georgia Tech. I do think there's going to be somewhat of a letdown because whenever Miami gets this hype and everyone talks about the U being back, I think they're going to win this game. But 11.5 is, as one of my close friends says, too many points.
But here's the thing. A great goalie, a great pitcher, a scrambling running quarterback can hide a lot of things. So even if you're letting down, this guy's going to make plays. So, yeah, we'll see. I don't think it's crazy what you're doing. I'm just there. We talked about the NFL show with Drew Brees. There's some teams that you got to take the logic you're using and throw it out because they're dead. I think that's the situation with Florida State.
Okay.
Blackman's still their quarterback, right?
Yeah, he is.
He stinks, yeah, too. So
I love that Rico's on it and loves it. Is it on your card?
No, it's not.
Okay, you want to do your card?
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it.
I go first?
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get in the cards. All right. I may add some things from the card.
Well, you might go against it?
I'm a rider. No, I fucking bet every bet you told me to bet on Saturday, and it cost me greatly. I had a fantastic day my fantastic day just got me back to even from everything you gave me.
All right. Duke, Virginia, under 45.5. Two good defenses.
I'm adding it to my card. There you go. See, that's how much of a rider I am.
We've seen how bad Duke's offense is. Virginia brings back a lot on that side of the ball. It's also Virginia's first game. I was on Virginia, and I talked myself out of it because Duke is now playing their third. But I think it's going to be ugly. I like the under. Houston, North Texas, over 73. That's a principal.
Another one.
It's a principal game. We saw what North Texas does. They can't stop anybody. I'm on Texas, minus 18. I'm on Texas first half, minus 10.5. I'm on Baylor, minus 16.5. I know they're let down, but they kill Kansas. Last 8 of the 9, the last 8 games, They've covered the last 8 and 9. The last 8, their win margin is by 40 points a game. It's only 16.5. Kansas stinks. Kansas on the road. Give me Baylor. I like South Alabama plus 6.5 against my UAB boys. UAB
That's Thursday night?
Yes. UAB is 4-7 on their last 11 on the road, and South Alabama is 8-2 against the spread run in their last 10. They got a good running game. Both teams are now going with new quarterbacks. Think it could be ugly. I like the home dog. Arkansas State minus 2.5. Tulsa's on back-to-back road games. Tulsa's offense is not that good. I said it was. Okay, I said it was. I'm wrong.
Yes, last
Takes a
week
big man
on
to
this
apologize.
very airways, I said they may not score. You lectured me. They're all back. The quarterback's great.
Running
this,
backs.
that, the other thing. I changed my entire day. Financial fortunes radically reversed.
Takes a big man to apologize.
Now he comes there. He says they don't have a good offense. What is that? What's the game?
Arkansas State, Tulsa.
What is this? What is the spread?
Arkansas State 2.5.
And that's what you're taking.
Yeah.
And what's the total?
I don't have it on me.
Probably like 14.
No, closer to the 50s or 60s at least.
Oh, it's not 14?
What is the? All right. Okay.
Thanks. Well, no,
That's
you were
a
making
weird couch. That was a weird couch.
No, you were making the joke about how many points. It's actually a perfect joke because Tulsa, that Oklahoma State game, finished at about 20. So 14 would be an accurate line.
Mm-hmm. My favorite jokes are when you explain them. Keep
say
going.
You say you're with me, and then you go against me. Hold on. Let's
I
get that
added
line.
2 picks already
It's
from your card.
65.5.
2 picks from your card are already on my card.
65.5.
I'm stinking my card up for you.
Tulsa
I'm getting that hole with you.
Tulsa also loses their 1,000-yard rush of the kid.
Were you ever going to actually tell us that you stole that line from West Wing? That story?
No, I knew it. I've been tweeting the clip forever.
Have you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I saw the little third-string third-string quarterback loves to fucking chirp in on that, too. I saw that. Third-string quarterback.
Third-string quarterback.
Can't not jump into a conversation that doesn't involve him. Mm-hmm. I'm going down one street. He's going down the other street and just starts yelling.
Army third-string quarterback.
Army third-string quarterback.
Connor.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to walk down the street, get to work. No, it's just interject. Let me interject. All right, you do your path, pal. Oklahoma, Kansas State over 60.5. I don't see how that's not going.
Do you like
over.
Kansas State in that game?
No, I like Oklahoma in that game.
Over what was the over?
60.5.
All right, I'm hopping on with you there.
I don't see how Oklahoma's not maybe covering themselves. Kansas State's riddled with the injuries. Revenge spot for them. They lost last year. Give me Oklahoma, Kansas State over. I like Tennessee minus 3.5, just for the simple principle of I hate South Carolina.
It's actually 3 right now. I saw it.
Is it 3?
Yeah,
Okay,
yep.
even better.
On the Barstool Sports.
Like personally or as a team?
What?
Personally or as a team?
As a team.
Okay.
They're better. Texas State plus 17.5. I'm high on BC this year.
But so now you're going to get on Texas State after I told you last week.
Well, hey, did you want me on it last week when I could have ruined it for you?
Well, I was so hot that I don't know. I was so hot that I think I would have.
Well,
you would have helped
the Cubs last night.
Yeah, he did jinx that.
Yep.
Texas State plus 17.5. Think they could hang in that. You want the locks?
No, wait for your lock. All right, Dave, do your card.
It's a double.
Okay, I got a 21-game card. I'm back.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Clap it up!
The best part.
Clap it up!
The best
Lady,
part.
hey, clap it up! What the hell?
I got we got Kentucky plus 7.5 is what I got on here. I got Oklahoma minus 28.5. Georgia Southern plus 13.5 at Lafayette. I think they could win that game. I got the over in Georgia Tech Syracuse 53. I got the over in UCF ECU 76.5.
Yes!
I went up close to a touchdown though.
Don't care. Good pick, Dave.
I got West Virginia plus 8 against Oak State over 53. I got Mississippi State plus 16. I got Texas Tech plus 18 over 70. I got Army plus 14. Mm-hmm. Shout out Connor. I like the way he runs his operation against Cincinnati. I got Miami plus 11 and the over 54 against Florida State. So this is a double. I got BYU minus. No, I'm not going to take that. BYU's off. I got Houston minus 21.5 at home against North Texas. The over 72. So I'm with you on that. I got the over in Alabama and Missouri, 56. I got South Carolina plus 3.5 at home against Tennessee. Baylor minus 17 at home against Kansas. And then I got NC State plus 7.5 against somebody called Tech. and over 58. Who is NC State?
Virginia Tech.
Oh, yep.
Right?
So NC State plus 7.5 over 58. And then I added this, and this actually is getting close to becoming my most confident game. But I like Tulsa plus 2.5 against Ark State. I like the over 65.5. You don't go from having great offense with all your starters back 1 week to suddenly not having, and when the guy who lectures you about how good that offense is, Dan, suddenly says they're no longer good. We had a game like this before where he was on, somebody jumped off. I don't remember what that was last year, and we were like,
I'm taking the over
it was
now. You're right.
It was
You're
his
right.
mortal
This
lock,
is
and they
smart.
let
This
it
is
down,
smart.
and then we jumped on him. It was like a week later they did it all.
This is smart.
So this is going to happen to you.
What's the total? What's the total?
65.5. I like how it's big, too.
Yeah. Okay.
Fuck it. That's my mortal lock.
Yeah.
The over,
love it.
over in Arkansas, Tulsa,
Love it.
65.5 is my mortal lock.
Love it. How much is a grudge mortal lock worth?
It's not even a grudge. This is just this is just common sense.
All right.
We had this exact situation.
No, yeah,
before.
you're right. You're right.
They lost the running back.
You had your research.
The running back's hurt.
You see one game, and then
he
all of a
jumps
sudden
off.
you're like, no, all that doesn't matter.
Correct.
True.
The running back's hurt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I have Tennessee -3, Arkansas State -2.5. Now I've added the over 65.5. Army plus 14, Pitt -3, Georgia State -2.5, Georgia Tech -8, ULM -9.5, UCF ECU over 76.5, UCF -27.5. I told you I had some math games.
Yep.
So UCF -27.5 and the over 76.5.
I'm on the over.
Okay. So if ECU scores. If I don't cover the 27.5, I'm going to get the over.
ECU is one of those teams I just always picture them putting up 70 when they had those good wide receivers.
Justin Hardy went to the Falcons. It was very
huge
good.
logo in the middle of the field, too.
It
Enormous
always
logo.
looks like sun damage on the
Yes,
field.
the biggest logo you've ever seen. And then here's my other math game. Baylor -16.5, Kansas Baylor under 62. That's my other math game. Oklahoma, Kansas State over 60.5. That's my Rico. Houston, North Texas, over 73. Rico, I'm with you on that.
All right.
Duke, Virginia, under 45.5. I'm with you on that.
All right.
Mortal locks. Aria. First half, Bama. Aria.
I got a stat on that.
Liam. Katie's got a stat on that.
No, Katie, did you have this one? Saban is 12-1 against the spread in season openers with Alabama. Average score of 41-11. Average cover by 9 points a game.
I read Katie's cheat sheet, and it seemed like half Missouri was out with COVID.
Yeah.
They have had COVID issues.
And they're replacing, 12 was out last week, now it's 7.
What's that Bama first
All right, so
half
give me
line?
Bama
I like
first
that.
half then, too.
What? Fuck it. Give me it.
Give me
I
it.
never do that.
Put it on my
Add
card.
it.
Liam. LSU, 16.5. Dylan. Ole Miss.
Ooh.
Dylan, what happened with the card when you canceled one game for COVID and then just didn't cancel the other ones?
I didn't. Well, did you have a second game up?
Yeah. There was 2 COVID games canceled. You canceled 1 out of 4 bets.
But was it canceled by the time you put it up?
Yeah. There was.
Oh, it was?
He canceled
All right.
Houston
I'm
plus
trying to
4, but didn't cancel the over.
Oh.
And then your updated card.
Yeah.
Well, the Houston one was still there, and yeah,
All right. Okay. Whatever. I don't even care.
This is like talking to
I don't
him.
care.
It's just I
don't care,
zoned out, Dylan. I zoned out.
I like
buddy.
you, Dylan.
Nice.
Dylan. So what's
But
your?
I mean,
what's your
come
mortal
on,
lock?
Rico.
We need positive vibes.
Rico,
What's your mortal lock?
What did he
Ole
just
Miss.
say there? In 10 minutes of talking, what did he say?
Not much.
All right, Hank. What's your mortal lock?
I'm also on Ole Miss lane train, and I'm also just double up with whatever Katie's is.
Katie, what's your mortal
I
lock?
like that.
It's going to be the under for Auburn, Kentucky.
All right, I'm on that as well.
What is that?
That's my card.
It's, at least I have it 49.5.
Love it, Katie.
Yeah, and there's a bunch of, we can get into it, but basically since 2015, Auburn versus, this is a percentage of the overhitting, that Auburn versus SEC is 42.5, at home 36.1 versus ranked teams only 30% of the time. All games, is 38.5. Then Kentucky versus ranked teams only hits 26.3% of the time.
Yes.
As an underdog, 38.2% of the
Yes.
time.
You
SEC,
listen to this, these percentages,
Yes.
these
I've
stats.
sent you shit for 3
You
years.
never have these stats.
Never that in depth.
These are incredible stats.
I know you read the newsletter.
You don't have stats.
I don't
like
have stats
this.
like that.
These are the best stats I've ever heard.
Are you saying those aren't great stats?
They are great stats.
They're incredible
But when you've been
stats.
doing it for 3 years, and
Your
again,
stats
I like
stink.
Kate, but like it's just new kid on the block.
No.
and you're fucking,
Well,
you know.
I've never heard these stats before.
They're incredible.
Open up my emails. I've been doing it for 3 years.
You don't still do it?
Emails.
What?
I haven't seen one this
No,
year.
because I have an exclusive deal now.
Oh, because you got comfortable.
What do you mean? I
Create
got
the
fat
fat?
newsletter
and
for
happy.
us.
All right.
Give me the newsletter.
Okay, so
Sell it on the side?
no, just for information.
Put it on the
Like-
blog.
like Katie's doing.
Well, you're just letting other people sell things on the side.
He's not. Well, he's not a full-time employee.
Neither am I.
Well, you kind of are.
Well, we're working you like you are.
Well, right, yeah.
Like, well, you're
no,
working
no,
yourself.
Let me clear this very up. He's accepted the most I will give him. You have not.
Ooh,
Okay.
there's more.
You win on that deal, though. I'm doing you a favor. Putting in 60, getting paid for 10. Who wins?
But that's not. No, you can't do that because you're putting in 60 because it's all spite.
Right. Either way, you're clocking those hours. The card's fucking punching.
But you can't be like, look how much I'm working. You're working that much because you can't stomach anyone else working.
I want that under. Put that on my card as well. The Katie under.
Great stats, the best stats.
Great stats.
What's your mortal lock, Rico?
Double.
I'll do mine first.
Go ahead. Do
West
yours.
Virginia +8.
Double. SMU minus 34.5 and the over 60.5. I think that falls into your math game.
Wait, what is it?
Who they
SMU what?
playing?
They are playing.
What's the over?
It's an FCS team, and I'm losing it now.
oh my God,
Your
you have
mortal
mortal
lock, you don't know who they're playing?
Yeah, well, you're rattling me.
We
Well,
just asked
it's a
you who
weird
they were
couch.
playing.
It's a
Hey,
weird couch.
Stephen F. Austin.
You pick. You
Stephen F.
Over
Austin.
what? What's the total?
What?
What's the total?
60.5.
Give
You
it to me.
can't say SMU's my
Give it to me,
mortal
Joe.
lock. Who are they playing? Well, you rattled me with that question.
I got rattled.
That's a question you come in with. Like you
I don't.
have
We
that.
we watched SMU's offense. I
Oh,
love.
so you're doing the Tulane Navy thing where you whatever you watched
I
last
was.
week, you're doing this.
Who
week.
has SMU 25 to 1 to win that
He's
conference?
doing- I'm
I
starting to
do.
figure it out, dude.
Nobody's-
Whatever happened last week, Tulsa can't score anymore. SMU can score 1,000,000.
You told me the whole offense was gone last week.
I love who? SMU?
You said the quarterback, and that's it. Everyone's gone.
No, they have a great wide receiver. I didn't say that.
think you
I was touting Buechele. I love Buechele. Give me SMU. I don't see how you can lose both. It's a math game.
Okay. I
You
added
might only need 7 from Stephen F. Austin.
All right, fine. I'll add both. Add both to my card. Fuck it, Rico. I'm hopping in this
All
fucking
right,
hole.
let's
I
get
have
out.
your whole
Let's
card
get
now.
out. Let's get
All
out.
right.
We need everybody. Come on, Dave.
You got to be better.
I got her. All right, we got the prep. We're in.
Well,
Get out.
The prep. Yeah. So you had the prep last week.
All right. That's the show.
And last week was tough because you knew I knew what was going on Sunday. So
No
you
excuses. Just win.
Mongoloid
Just
breathing down
win.
your neck.
Just win, Rico. I got your whole card.
Dave just keeps.
Mongolo-
It's like when
he's
you're
got-
in trouble
he's-
on the
he's now
mound
playing
every
the
time.
couch,
Dave's just going
the
like
couch,
this.
the ride,
Mongoloid
the
on
Mongoloid. What else?
You know what the
rain.
Mongoloid does? He wins.
No one bets like him. Who makes that bet?